As is always the case, the leftist newspaper rag, Washington Post, is opinionating that Donald Trump's um, narco-terrorist attacks on Venezuelan ships is an attempt simply to get regime change in Venezuela. I just don't see it. Trump's such a pragmatic, practical guy. I think he does want regime change. I mean, he moved our largest aircraft carrier over into the area and several other big military boats into the area. I don't think he's going to use military force to try and force any kind of regime change. I think really what he wants is Venezuela, like the other countries have already done, to stop the importation of illegal drugs into the United States. A little bit problematic for Trump because the fentanyl crisis that we have in the United States, where people are dying from, um, it's really not these Venezuela boats bringing fentanyl. All of that seems to be coming from Mexico still, although we don't know it's on the boats because these barrels of drugs are on there, but we're blowing them out of the water. But I'm sure we investigate and somebody knows what was on those boats and what they're bringing. But maybe it's the new path of the fentanyl crisis because the border's so closed from Mexico that maybe fentanyl's not coming across that border at all. So they're trying to find other ways to bring in fentanyl. I mean, fentanyl is an opioid, and people will pay a lot for it that are addicted to opioids, and but it's also the biggest killer of all the drugs in the United States. Venezuela, Colombia used to be the biggest, cocaine producer and bringing cocaine in the country and rock cocaine and things like that. And Venezuela's kind of taking that over because Colombia's got a socialist economy and the government being in control of the means of production, and socialism in Colombia has started a collapse of that industry. And Peru used to be a big producer, but we screwed over our asparagus farmers because asparagus grows in much the same way as the coca leaves and other drugs. And so we basically pay Peru to produce all of our asparagus. And so we no longer grow mass asparagus in the United States because it's all grown in Peru and imported. So it's too bad, but it was one way to get the drug trade in Peru to collapse, and it did collapse. Most farmland, and then there's other things Peru grows for the United States that we import. Peru's farmland is used to grow crops for us, the way our farmers here in the United States used to do, and we subsidize that, to get them to stop doing what they've been doing. So I don't think this is about regime change. I think it really is about stopping the drug